Alright, I'm going to explain why this change is going to probably kill Overwatch. Um, so, it's going to be almost impossible to kill anything. Right? A lot of people are just looking at this like they're removing one-shots. Hanzo can't one-shot me, Junk can't one-shot me, Sojourn can't one-shot me. The only one-shot in the game now is pretty much Widow. But you shouldn't really be looking at it like that. You should be looking at it like they've nerfed every character. You can now no longer solo dive people. Before, you could almost insta-kill people as Genji. It was hard to do, but you could do it. Now that's going to be damn near impossible. So, imagine every character is a Reaper or Mei, but they have more maneuverability, right? So imagine trying to dive a 250 HP Sojourn. You aren't going to win that ever. Like, actually. Because not only are you at the disadvantage by being in the backline, she also has an ability that can do over half your health in a single shot, right? So, if you don't, like, the reward for risking your life in the enemy team backline was you could quickly get a kill and then quickly get out. Now you can't do that. She has 50 more health, so her supports have even more time to react to you diving them and supporting them. So now, if you are solo queuing, or like, you don't have a mic or something, you are not going to rank up. You will not win. Solo playing is now pretty much impossible. It's going to be so much more difficult to do anything if you aren't playing with it as a team. Which, sure, it's a team game, but making it almost unwinnable for solo players is genuinely insane. Like, if you're Diamond right now, I could probably see you hitting Masters or low GM just because you have the callouts and you have that chemistry. But that shouldn't be how it is. That's just simply playing with a full team should not make you better at the game. This also kind of makes tank unplayable, right? Because now DPSs will do anything that DPS are hitting. Okay, will take 20% less healing. So if you're farming the tank, that tank will take 20% less healing. So imagine you're playing Ryan. You know how fast Ryan explodes into a Bastion comp? It's unbelievably fast. Now imagine he's taking 20% less healing. 20%, and that could stack. It could go up to 40% if he's being shot by both DPS, which is insane. Tank is already not a good role. It's not fun, and it's probably the hardest role. It is now going to be even more unfun and even more hard, right? Sure, now you have 75 to 100 more HP. That doesn't mean anything when you are taking 40% less healing. Even if you're just taking 20% less healing, tanks like Hog are now going to explode. Like, Hog requires at least one of the supports to almost always be looking at him. Sure, he has 350 of his self-healing, but that really isn't enough in most cases. Now, he's going to need, like, both of them just to hope that he doesn't die in the first 10 seconds of every fight. So, they've made tank even more unfun. They've made DPS unfun, because now in order to kill anything, you have to focus the tank, and that's just not fun. Shooting tank all game, that's not fun at all. And they've made support even easier than it already is. All three of those changes are bad. What they need to do to make tank a playable role and not make it horrendously unfun is give them a passive similar to Bastion's Turret Form, where they take reduced damage by a decent amount. Because simply having more health isn't really enough when your hitbox is as big as it is. Okay? Giving them that reduced damage would make them so much more survivable, and they're going to need that if this damage passive is going to stay in the game. So, I just don't understand why they didn't even change the tank passive at all. That was the only thing that they did. The only passive they didn't change. Sure, now they get 20 health per second if they're not taking damage for 5 seconds. That's nothing. That is jack shit. they need reduced damage.